I am here again. Just let me know if you're able to see me, if you're able to hear me. Oh, I'm live. I'm live finally. I have a challenge that I have to come live every day, 8:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. That's why I have to keep my promise no matter what. I have to keep this promise because I'm building on something. So just let me know at the comment section where you're watching me from, and if you are watching me for the very first time. My name is Sunday. I'm a mother of 4 beautiful boss babies, and I am a digital entrepreneur, a mompreneur, running a digital business at the comfort of her own home. So what I do is I mentor people online how they can start up their own digital business from scratch with no experience or skills required. So this morning I was live, and my topic for today is that every problem is a gift. Every problem is a gift, because in the problem we find our purpose. And for those ones who watch that episode in the morning, they might have understood. I've got a lot of reviews that people sent. People sent me inboxes about how that live show has helped them. So also grateful to be coming live again and discuss this topic again and going deeper to asking ourselves questions. So for now, I am talking about still the same topic, but in different way. How can we find our strength in the midst of a storm? Yeah, I talked that yesterday life is full of ups and downs, but how do we find our purpose? How do we find our strength in the midst of a storm? We all go through storms. It might be in different way, but each and every one of us have one time when you had a storm, or maybe right now you're going through storms of life. But how can you find your purpose? How can you find your strength in your storm? Of course, we say that every problem is a gift, which means the storm that you're going through is a gift. It is building on something that you have to become. But sometimes it's very hard for you to really find your purpose or find your strength in the midst of your storm. Of course, the storm can turn us upside down sometimes, and it depends on how we handle it. It depends on how we respond to it. It depends on how we accept the challenge that we accept the storm. So in many times, storms are to shape us. Storms are to make us realize our strength, because when everything okay, sometimes we fail to get our purpose. But when we are in the midst of our storm, or maybe in our storms, maybe in the process of our storm, maybe have finished our storm, we come to realize our strength, because how we handle it, and what is the outcome of the storm. I said before that most times when I have storm, I ask God to help me know what exactly He wants me to learn from this storm. And from most of my storms, it has birthed something. So in every storm that you have, it is birthing something new. It is birthing you. It is birthing some characters that were not in you. Maybe it was inside you, but you did not really put them into practice. So in our storm, how do we find our strength? How do we find our strength? How do we find our purpose in the midst of our storms? And first of all, in the middle of the storm, or maybe in the process of the storm, we have to know who we are. For those ones who are Christians, you know who you are in Christ, and you know who is behind you, who is in the middle of that storm, who is with you in the middle of your storm. You know who you are, because if you know who you are, that is, I have my boss babies here, they are really interrupting me, so I want them to keep quiet. Can you keep quiet, babies? Okay, so thank you. So in the middle of our storm, sometimes we may be turned upside down, but in many cases, when we ask ourselves so many questions, sometimes it will help us realize our strength, because how we handle it, how we respond to it matters a lot, because sometimes when we handle it in a very different way, it can corrupt us and it can destroy us. But the way we handle it, the way we respond to it, it can shape ourselves. It can make us realize our strength, because most times it's in the storm we become vulnerable. But in the storm, there is some little things that sometimes we minimize because we fail to recognize the fact that we are still continuing moving. That is a strength, because so many people give up when they have storms. But the purpose of the storm, many storms are not really bad. They are good because it shapes who you are. It shapes you to become who you are. It gives you the strength to handle, because the storms are meant for you to handle the success that is ahead of you. There's a lot. Maybe if your storm is stronger, and then you have a greater purpose. You have a greater purpose. So you just have to make your muscles strong, because there is greater for you to handle. So in every storm, we have to realize our strength. And when we are in the middle of the storm, sometimes we fail to know our strength, but we have to ask God to give us strength, because sometimes we become weak. And when we are weak and we depend on God for our strength, and then we realize our strength becoming more and more, and we find ourselves succeeding in whatever type of storm that you are. And I said that storms are helping us to birth something. It is helping us in birthing something. I was in the middle of a storm. It gave me birth to many things. This digital business was the result of a storm. Of course, as entrepreneurs, they are to solve problems. And in the morning, I discussed that entrepreneurs are problem solvers. So they are where they are interested, where there is a problem, where there is a pain, where there is a storm. That is where it interests the entrepreneur, because they are going to find out solutions that are fixed, that are fit for that storm. They find out how to handle it, how to make a change that is positive in that storm. And I said before also in the morning that there is a book by Bishop Emmanuel Olomide from Nigeria. And in his book about the school of money, he said that there are places where money goes. Sometimes you complain a lot, money is not there, money is not enough. Even the government complain about money, but where is the money? Where has the money gone? Has it gone to heaven? Has it evaporated? The money has not gone anywhere. So the money are with people. How do we get the money out? We get the money out by solving problems. That's why I discussed in the morning that a problem or someone's problem is a gift, or your problem, it might be a gift for you, because it will help you realize something and birth out something that is new. So whenever we solve out problems, we get to get rewarded, and we get rewarded by the medium of money. So, and that is where in the middle of the storm of someone, or in your storm, you get your strength, you get your success. Of course, when you sort out the problem, you get paid, and that is how you also find success in that thing. So know what you deserve. That is another thing. You deserve. What do you deserve? Do you deserve less? Of course, in the middle of the storm, those are the questions that really helps me a lot. What do I deserve? Do I deserve less? Of course, sometimes people may treat you less. People may treat you lesser than you deserve. But according to you yourself as a person, how much do you deserve? What do you deserve? All of us deserve more. We should not settle for less. We deserve more, and we can do more. And there is nothing that we cannot do. There is nothing you cannot do. You deserve more. So you know what you deserve. That is when we can know our strength in the middle of our storm. When we know what we deserve, even if whatever kind of storm that comes, we know our strength. Elisa, you're disturbing me. We know our strength, and the storm will never take us down. It will help us soar high like an eagle. The eagle excites more in the storm because it will not waste its time flapping the wings, because it will just settle and soar high. So we should borrow that character of the ego, of exciting in the middle of the storm, because the storm is meant to purpose who we are. The storm is meant to make us who we are supposed to be. Because sometimes we settle, we think we are comfortable, we settle for less, and then we make ourselves comfortable there, yet we are suffering, we have problems, we have pains that we have to settle. So we have to ask ourselves that, how much do I deserve? How much do I deserve? If I ask myself that, and I rate my value, and then I say that I deserve more than I am having now, so I have to really do something differently. I have to do something in a different way that will let me have my value, my real value, my peace, my joy, my stress-free life. And that is really amazing. That's why I am really so much happy and grateful that I am mentoring people online how they can start up their own digital business. There are people who do not have time with their children. And I was that kind of person. I was once that. I did not have time with my children, with my, not only children, even with my spouse. I was not having time because I was most time at work. In 1 year, I only have 30 days. And sometimes even in one full year, I could not come because of maybe like the year where COVID came in. I did not visit my children. I did not see my family because of the COVID. One full year went. So I talked to myself, I cannot continue like this, because so many years it has been like that. It has been like a routine. So even if something that is now the same, like is a routine, I can change it. I can change it. How can I change it? I can change it when I know my value, when I know that I deserve more, and then I can be able to take action to really change, because change does not come easily. Change comes with a lot of things that it interrupts your normal routine. It gets you out of your comfort zone to becoming uncomfortable to become comfortable. You see, you become uncomfortable to become comfortable. So it requires a lot of things. When we know our value, we cannot let ourselves continue in a routine that is painful, in something that is not making us have our joy, have our peace. And every year in and out, we continue letting it happen like that. Yes, if it happened for a short time, but we have the room to change. There is this saying that if the place where you are, it doesn't interest you, you move, because you are not a tree. So have a solution to whatever problem that you have. And you may not have it directly. You can ask something, you can research, you can find out, you can ask a lot of things. You can do. Just take a step to really find out how you can change your pain, your storm. How can you change it? Because in the middle of the storm, maybe at the beginning of the storm, you can find your strength, you can find your purpose, and that is it. Also, yeah, you know your strength, and know your weakness. What am I good at? What am I not good at? And what should I do about it? What should I do about what I am good at? I have to improve more, right? And what should I do with what I'm not good at? I have to look for ways on how I can make it better. So in the way of finding out how we can improve on our strength and work on our weakness, and that is when we can realize our strength, because in the process we get changing. In the process, things get to change. So I was not like this. I changed greatly because I have a digital business that give me all the time to do what that I want to do. And this all I did at the comfort of my own home. So in the middle of our storm, we can find our purpose, because if we know our strength, if we know our weakness, if we know our value, if we know Joshua, I don't want movement. Can you sit down? They really interrupts me, and this is another thing, that working at home, you can get interrupted there and then, but this is a good one. It's better than when you're far away and you don't know what is happening. So I'm grateful that I am here. I'm grateful that it's one full year that I am working at the comfort of my home. 1 full year plus, I think 4 or 5 months. I am grateful. I have not regretted the decision. It has shaped me to who I am becoming. So I am grateful because in the middle of my storm, I realized my purpose. In the middle of my storm, I realized my strength. In the middle of my storm, I realized my value. I used to take myself for less and even take people treat me for less. I realized I have more. I deserve more and I have to go for more. I don't need to settle for less. So, and you don't need to settle for less. Move forward for more. So I just want to tell you that I am here. I am mentor people online how they can start up their own digital business from scratch without any prior skills or experience. And if you're one who wanted to have time with your family, you wanted to have time with your children, this business could really be one that you need to explore. So I also want to have this question. Have you ever thought one day that you need to have time with yourself? Have you ever thought that you need to have time, quality time, not only time, quality time with your family, with your children? Have you ever thought of doing the things you want to do at your own time schedule? Have you ever thought of that? And have you ever thought that it's possible for you to get that? If you have thought of that, yes, it's possible. And I am here bringing an opportunity for you to explore. And in this opportunity, you can start up your own digital business from scratch that can give you all the comfortable time and time you needed with your family. This is not a business that is in one country, in one continent. It's a global business that works in all parts of the world. So if you're interested, you can click on the Learn More button and put your names and email, and I will see you from the inside. Bye. See you. Bye.